Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I will be telling you guys why friendships end, because lately I feel like I've been going through it, and I don't know, I feel like everybody else is going through it too, of like ending friendships. And I am here to tell you guys why, okay? Because I feel like a lot of us are kind of lost, and you're like, well, why did we stop talking? Or like, why are we no longer friends? And stuff like that. I got the answers, okay? Maybe not all of them, but most of them, okay? Number one is to grow. Not talking about growing apart, I'm talking about growing as a person, like as yourself, you know? I think that a lot of times friendships end in order for you to grow, and perfect example of this is like years ago, I used to be friends with people, and my life wasn't really moving, and I'm not gonna blame them for like my life not working out the way that I wanted it to, but like I feel like a lot of times people suffocate you and you just can't breathe, so you can't grow, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're a flower and you're not getting any sunlight, you're not getting any water, you know, no worms are there or anything like that, and you just like, you can't grow, you know? So I think in order for you to grow, you have to let go of people, and I did that, you guys, and my life did a whole 360, but it did not do a whole 360 overnight. It did not just happen in a blink of an eye or anything like that. I think it probably took a year or two in order my life to even like remotely be where it's at right now. So I think a lot of times people end friendships, and like friendships end in general, just in order for you to grow, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like if you feel like there are people in your life and you're like, I just felt like I was just being held back personally, you know? And I just feel like now I'm at a place in life where I'm just kind of like, dude, like, I got it, you know? That kind of thing. But a lot of times for people, like, they don't want to end friendships because they're like, well, they're a family friend and I've known them for like 15 years and they know everything about me and I can't end it because they're like my best friend and they're this and they're that. But the thing is, like, you can only like hold on to so much, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not going to get you far in life. Like that's not going to get you anywhere. Like if someone's suffocating you, if they're holding you back, they're holding you back. Like, and you need to be where you need to be, you know, where you need to get to, that kind of thing. Number two is drift apart. I think this is one of like the more sadder things, only because you can't control it. It just kind of happens, and maybe, you know, you find a new group of friends, or maybe they find a new group of friends, and you just kind of slowly start to disconnect from them. Maybe you guys don't talk as much, maybe you guys don't hang out as much, maybe, you know, there's that like distant factor that I talked about in my other video, and it just, instead of like you guys, it's basically you guys are like this and you guys are just like drifting apart, you know? And again, like it's sad because you just feel like you can't do anything about it. Like, you know, well, I want to hang out with them, but they said they have plans on Saturday, but they're on Snapchat, like, you know, having the time of their life without me, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. And I think a lot of times friendships end that way just because people get closer to other people, and there's nothing wrong with you. Like I don't want anyone to sit there and be like, well, I'm no fun and I'm boring and I party too much and that's why, you know, they don't want to be my friend and we just have like different views on things and stuff like that. Like I don't want anyone, like, don't blame yourself for that other person like being drifting away from you, because it's life. It's a part of life, you guys. Like I have lost people I thought we were gonna be like dead together, okay? Like that's the thing. And sometimes in life it doesn't work out that way. Life never works out the way that you plan it, okay? Like I had to learn that the hard way, because I'm such a planner, and I'm just like, oh yeah, like this is gonna happen at this time and this time and this time, and it doesn't. Like it really does not happen like that. So a lot of times, you know, it happens like that, but I just don't want you to blame yourself. Like it's not your fault, you know? Number three, randomly. A lot of times if you ask someone like, why did you and like so and so stop talking or whatever, and they're like, I don't know, like it just kind of randomly happened, or like I really don't know, like I kind of forgot why we even like ended the friendship or stopped talking or whatever. And friendships end randomly sometimes. Like sometimes a person will wake up one day, ow, and they're like, ow, and they're like, I don't want to be friends with you no more, you know what I'm saying? Or like I don't know, I feel like you get to a point in life where you're just like, I have no time for none of this BS, like, you know, like I'm just over it, like I'm just done, like whatever. And then friendships end that way too. Number 4, a fight. Whether it's a physical fight, whether it's he said, she tried to steal my man, he tried to steal my girl type thing. Whatever the case may be, a fight usually ends a friendship. And I feel like a lot of times you really can never recover from this. Like, if a girl punched you in the face, why on earth are you going to try to be friends with her, like, 2 years later? I get, like, you can make amends and you can just be like, yeah, it's fine, cool, whatever, but, like, really? Really? Okay. But that's the thing. A lot of times fights end friendships and drama, and that's, I think a lot of times people tend to forget that if you have, like, a really, really, really good friendship and you guys, like, post things on social media and everyone knows about you in school that you guys are like this and stuff, a lot of times people will be, like, mad jealous of, like, you and like your friendship, you know, and they're gonna try to ruin it, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, did you hear what she said about you the other day? And you're just kind of like, what? Like, she wouldn't say that about me, like, she wouldn't do that to me, you know, and that kind of thing. And people just, like, get into your head about it. So you definitely have to know who your real friends are and know that, like, if she's the type of person to do that to them, I mean, I don't know if she's gonna do it to you, but, you know, that's for another video, okay? Finally, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, number 5. Not vibing anymore. And I do have a story with this, but let me get the thing out the way. A lot of times you can have, like, a vibe or, like, a certain energy with someone, or just, like, your friendship, like, you know, you guys can have that, like, bond, you know, that type of thing. And sometimes you don't have that anymore. Sometimes something just feels off, and no matter how hard you try, you just really can never get it back, you know? And once it's lost, it's lost. As much as you try, as much as you're like, I really want this person in my life, sometimes they're not meant to be in your life. And I know it sucks, and you're just kind of like, oh my god, like, I thought we were gonna be best friends till the end and stuff, and it really doesn't work out that way, you know? So my story on this is, the guy that doesn't text me back, I made, like, my very first video on it. I had met him in 2008. If you guys don't know the backstory, like, I met him in 2008, and I had, like, the biggest crush on him, but, like, we just remained friends, you know? He ain't seen me like that. Idiot, right? Okay, anyways. So then, we became friends, and about 2 years into our friendship, the whole side chick thing happened. I do have a video on it. And, that all happened. I'll link that below. So that all happened, and then he just, like, didn't want to hear my side of the story. Like, every time I tried to bring it up, every time I would try to say my side, he didn't want to hear it. So he never heard my side of the story. So we moved on from it. We never really brought it up. We never really talked about it ever again. And then, we still remained friends. We would talk every single day. He would, like, always fall asleep on the phone with me. And like, we wouldn't hang out, but, like, if we would run into each other, like, in town, and then, like, it was literally, like, we would say hi, hug each other, and then say bye. Like, we would never, like, hang out or anything like that. And then, like, later, like, that night, we would talk about, like, how we met, and, like, not how we met, but, like, you know, that day and stuff. So we were, like, friends since 2008. Literally, you guys, every single day we'd, like, talk, okay? Then, in 2017, like, early 2017, like, in February, something happened where I was going through it, and apparently he was too, and we just kind of got on each other's, like, bad side, pretty much. And then I literally, guys, I dropped him like that. Like, it was insane, okay? And mind you, I had this guy on a pedestal. Like, this dude was, like, my best friend. Like, you know, like, he was, like, everything that I ever wanted in, like, a best friend, and I had his back, and I would always call him my best friend, and I would be so open with him, and I felt like I never got that in return during those years, like, from 2008 literally up until, like, 2017, almost 2017. I felt like he was just so closed off. Like, there were things about him that I still didn't know yet, and I'm just kind of like, dude, we've been friends for, like, how many years now? Like, you know? And that kind of thing. So in 2017, we stopped talking from, like, February up until the end of July, early August. And mind you, we went from talking every day to literally not talking at all. And then after that, what happens is, we started talking, and he starts apologizing, and he didn't even know why we stopped talking, but luckily, like, well, not luckily, but, like, he went away for a while, and then I just kind of was just focusing on myself, like, you know. And then we became like this. My guard was still up with him, like it was still very, very high, but like we became like this. Like we actually hung out a few times. We would talk every day. He would like check up on me, and then he would, obviously I would do the same. And he was just so more open with me, and I was just kind of like, whoa, this is new, okay? And then that happened for about a good year until July of 2018. And then same thing happened again. We just kind of stopped talking to each other, and then between December of 2018 and then February of 2019, we talked 5 times. And because we didn't talk from July up until December. And then, because he had like gone away again. And then, not for nothing bad, but like he had gone away. And so then we start talking again December. So December, January, February, we talked for literally 5 times. Then we didn't talk again. I don't know until when, but like we recently started to talk again. And it just, the vibe was completely different. Like I was like, I don't want to be close to you anymore. Like I don't want to tell you my personal things. Like I don't want to, I don't know, like I think you just grow as a person, and you just realize how people treat you, and like you don't deserve to be treated like that, and you're just kind of like, dude, like I'm so over it. Like I don't need this in my life. Like I don't need to be talked to like that. I don't need to be treated like that. And I literally just cut him off. Like I don't know, I just like woke up one day and I was like getting blown up with all these text messages, and I was just like, dude, like I literally rolled my eyes, and I was just like, I'm so over it, like, you know. And then we haven't talked since. So at the end of the day, I think you guys know, you'll notice how much more peaceful your life is without certain people. Like now, you guys, my life is like, I'm not saying it's better without people or anything like that, but I feel like I'm able to breathe now. Like, you know, I'm not suffocated by people. I don't have to act like a certain way. I don't have to say certain things. I don't have to be like, whatever. Like, I can just be me, you know? And I'm fine with that. And I'm good, like, you know? And that's the thing. Like, I want you guys to see this. Like, this person was a person in my life that I thought I could never live without. Like, this person, I thought, like, he was high and mighty on, in my life, you know? And now the fact that, like, I went like a few weeks without talking to him, like, and months without talking to him, and I'm perfectly fine, like, you can do it too. I know it's gonna sting, and I know it's gonna suck, and you guys, literally, I've had, like, lonely nights. Like, I went years without having people in my life. I went years without having, like, a best friend. I went years without, you know, like, talking to someone and, like, opening up with them and stuff like that. And that's the thing. I think it's good because then you just know your worth, and you know, like, what you deserve and what you don't deserve, and what you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with. And that's the beautiful thing about it. But, like, obviously there's, like, an ugly side to it, because you can't have beauty without pain. Like, you can't, it's just, you just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing. And if you are going through, like, a friendship loss, or maybe, like, you're just kind of getting over it, or you're thinking, like, well, I just feel like people in my life, that's my thing. If you bring nothing to my table, I don't want to, okay? Because, like, my table, I know my table. Like, my table's all set up. Like, I know what I bring to the table, okay? But it's just the other people, like, you know, and that's the thing. And I feel like other people, especially the ones that, like, are good at manipulating a situation and making you feel bad. And I've been in those situations where, like, I had to apologize for feeling the way that I felt, but they never apologized for treating me like that. Like, you know, and that's the thing. That's why I had to cut off people, because look, this is not, I am not a doormat. I'm a human, okay? Maybe part alien, I don't know, but like a freaking human, you know? And that's the thing. It does get better over time, and I know it's like, again, it's gonna suck, you know? It's your best friend. You literally just, like, now they became a stranger, you know? But at the end of the day, everything's going to be better. You're going to be good. I can promise you. Your life is going to do a whole 360. And you're going to come back to this video, and you're going to thumbs it up, and you're going to be like, you're right, girl. Like, I never thought I would be where I'm at right now. Okay? That's what I want you guys to see. So if you are going through it, we're going through it. Look, we all suffering, okay? We're all suffering something, okay? And unfortunately, in this case, it could be a friendship loss. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. And I think another thing that's very important is that people come into your life for, like, a different reason, and sometimes you meet people, like, you need to meet this person in order to get through something, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like you're not using them, but it's just like they teach you on how strong you really are, and like what you're capable of, and things like that. And I think that's another beautiful thing, the fact that you get to know yourself and you get to evolve, and you're just kind of like, damn, dude, like, I'm not the same person I was, like, a year ago or 3 years ago or 10 years ago or when I was a baby, like, you know, that kind of thing. So if you are going through it, you're going to make it through. You're going to be better than ever. I can guarantee you. I promise you. Just keep holding on. Just hold on just a little bit more. You can do it. You got this, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.